All right, welcome back to Radio Wasteland. Kara.
Yes.
We got a guest for you next week. I know you'll be excited about it. We got Benjamin Radford and his new book, Bad Clowns.
Excellent.
The book is about clowns and evil clowns throughout history and why we're so scared of clowns and why the fear of clowns has been coming up.
See, I'm only scared of clowns that aren't creepy, so it's kind of a paradox.
Well, not really, because originally none of them were creepy, but people were terrified of them.
Exactly. Like, if I'm just walking down the street and there's like a clown with a circular saw or something, and they're just standing at the end of a dark alleyway, I'm like, that guy's going to kill me. But it's like, it's a clown. That's kind of what they do, you know?
Well, I mean, you're not all like, nobody's making money at being a clown, so of course he has a day job as a carpenter.
No, I'm definitely going to assume he has designs on my bones. But
Every time something shady happens with clowns, you know, the International Clown Society comes out and like makes some big statement about how it's ruining their careers and stuff like that. But,
yeah, well, it's very inconvenient for their careers when the police start investigating their crimes.
Right.
So,
well, I got two little factoids about clowns that I know, and one is of course John Wayne Gacy.
Sure.
Was a clown, and I was watching that whole show. It's all over ID Channel, the news 2020 and stuff right now. They have opened a lot of those cold cases, and through DNA are trying to identify the 7 bodies that they never figured out who they were. So they're reaching out to families and getting DNA who think they might be a victim and doing it. They've actually found a couple. But one of the little things they were talking about on there is the thing that made John Wayne Gacy an extra creepy clown, of course, on top of the murder, but before the murders, was the way he did his makeup. Normally, clowns don't do any hard lines or points, but he actually did hard lines and points in his smile.
Oh.
And so that's like supposedly makes him extra creepy, and clowns normally don't do that, apparently.
But how are his balloon animals?
And, you know, chopped up and under his mom's house with everything else.
Okay, well.
Okay, and the other factoid is, of course, Darth Maul from Star Trek The Phantom Menace is
What?
clowny looking. Darth Maul.
No, after that. Say exactly what you just said again.
Star Wars The Phantom Menace.
Uh-huh.
All right, Star Trek The Phantom Menace. Yeah, Star Wars The Phantom Menace. You know who Darth Maul is.
I know who Darth Maul is, but I wonder if you do.
Whatever, man. What are you, one of my kids now? I can't talk. I can't make a comment on Facebook without somebody fixing my spelling. On top of that, I saw some of the weird stuff you were posting on William Pullen's thing. You must have been up late and talking weird.
Was I?
I don't know. There was something really funny that I was reading on William Pullen's Facebook, and you were saying a bunch of funny stuff on it.
That must have been the other Kara.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't nasty or anything. It was just funny and oddly funny. It was cute, but moving on.
Excellent.
But moving on. Darth Maul, apparently, and he looks kind of clowny, right?
Yeah, he does.
Apparently, George Lucas wanted to come up with a villain, and he wanted it to be scary.
Right.
And he told all of his designer people, bring me your scariest stuff from your childhood. And one guy brings in a picture of Bozo the Clown, and that's actually one of the major influences on creating Darth Maul, was that some guy was terrified of Bozo the Clown and brought that into the meeting.
I mean, Darth Maul was a very effective villain,
Yeah.
apart from the terrible writing in that movie. But
Yeah, well, I mean...
otherwise, he was a very good villain. And, you know, that moment right at the end of the movie when the doors part and he's just standing there all creepy-like. And
Totally, yeah.
everyone's like, oh, dear, we are not going to be able to handle this
The whole
situation.
thing was ridiculous. Without the Gungans,
Well
it would have
done.
been terrible. All right, maybe with the Gungans, it was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those are my clown factoids. I'm really looking forward to Benjamin Radford and his book Bad Clowns, because I want to know how far back this clownery goes, you know?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's going back to Punch and Judy, maybe. It's going back further to Harlequins and in old plays. You know, how far back does this clownery
It seems like
go?
grotesque war paint has got to always have been creepy, but, you know.
Yeah, that's true. All right, you're listening to Radio Wasteland. Come on back next week to check out Benjamin Radford, talk about his book Bad Clowns, and until then, hold your breath.